I asked AI to make us a perfect chart that could predict the price of any cryptocurrency to perfection, but give us the most realistic price outcome. This is what it gave me. Guys, welcome back to Cryptogains. I need to take you through this. This is mad, right? So AI has helped me to make this, and you can pretty much use it for almost any coin. I'm going to be sort of adjusting it over the time period, just adding a few things in, like, you know, if you see on down here on the right hand side, I got these yellow parts. This is like sort of the $1 million mark, meaning that if we can reach $1 million, this is where we would have to be to reach it. You know, 10 million, the most significant parts. Like if you ever make $100,000 in your life, this is where you would have to be, right? And I'll help you understand it more. So what's going on is, at the top, and by the way, not financial advice, but this is a powerful tool. I'm going to be giving this tool to all of the patrons that are in the exclusive VIP partner tier or above. If you want it, become a patron. It's powerful, man. You could definitely use this on your journey. It can give you a clean insight as to how much you should hold, where you should sell any coin. Doesn't matter which coin. And I'll show you. At the top is all about the holdings of how much we hold, right? And on the side here, it gave us loads of different prices, right? Starting right back, because I said, you know, we're dealing with meme coins, we're dealing with AI coins, gaming, the lot. So it adjusted for memes like 0.00, because you know you get meme coins that are just so tiny like that. And I might even extend it less. I can drag these down and extend it so it goes even deeper and beyond, right? But for now, this is all right. It covers most of the memes. And then, you know, it comes right down, loads of different prices, and it comes right down to about $1 million. This works for Bitcoin. Right? It works for everything. So here's an example. Let's say you're holding something like Lea AI. You've got Lea AI coins. Let's say you've got, I don't know what, 20,000 Lea AI? 20,000, no, let's say 50,000, because Lea's cheap right now. Let's say you got 50,000 Lea AI tokens and you want to become a millionaire. For you to become a millionaire with 50,000 Lea AI, you can scroll down like this. There's your $1 million mark. And when I tap it, when I actually click on this Excel sheet, on the left-hand side, number 41 highlights. You can see it's highlighted, right? Because that's the one I've clicked. So it says that you would have to see a price of $20 for Lea AI. Now, here comes the exciting part. So we figured out if you have 50,000 coins, you want to become a millionaire. 41 marks us at a $20 price. You can come over to here on the coin perspective. It's a powerful flipping chart. When you use this and the chart together, it's just insane. So let's say you wanted to, like I said, become a millionaire, and I told you what, $20. You can import $20 here, right? It says to us, Lea AI would have to go to a $20 billion market cap to sit at a $20 price. That's a 4,231x return. Now you say to yourself, how realistic is that? Because to me, I don't know, does it sound realistic for this cycle? I'm not saying it can't do that, but to me, it doesn't sound realistic. It has to sit on a $20 billion market cap. So then you can say to yourself, well, hold on a minute. Maybe I need to increase my flipping holdings because maybe 50,000 isn't enough. Maybe something like 500,000 tokens. Then you can say to yourself, well, 500,000 tokens, you still want to become a millionaire? Where's the millionaire mark? I haven't highlighted that one. That was this one here. Actually, let me do it real quick. So let me just copy this and put that there. So you have 500,000 tokens. You want to become a millionaire, which is roughly about here. I'm going to click on, let me just click it to highlight it. On the left-hand side, it highlights number 23, which is a $2 price. Sounds more realistic now. So you got, well, let's have a look. 500,000 tokens of Lea AI. You want to become a millionaire. It's a $2 price. I can come back over to here, delete this, and just call it $2. It says 422x return. It would be sitting on a $2 billion market cap. Do you think Lea AI can reach $2 billion? It sounds a lot more realistic than 20 billion, but that's how much it needs to go for you to make X amount of money to become a millionaire. And then you say to yourself, well, maybe it might not do that. Because, you know, you've got to look at the price of Lea. How much is Lea? Let's just grab up Lea here. How much does it cost to get 500,000 right now? 500,000 thousand. It cost $2,375. So right now it's a reasonable price. Some people can afford that. And maybe if you're someone that's struggling over the years, you know, you got to pay your bills, I get it and stuff. Maybe over like a 3, 4, 5, 6 months period, you could probably stack it up, you know, $300 every month or something like that to reach that. Or just say to yourself, you know what, I'm just going to keep going until I reach 500,000 Lea. But let's keep it more realistic for some, because some of you are thinking, well, I might not make $1 million on Lea, but maybe I can make like, I don't know, $200,000 from Lea. So if you had something like, I don't know, let's say you had 500,000 coins again, and you was happy with sort of like $200,000 right here, like $225,000. Yeah. It highlights on the left number 16, which is 45 cents. So let's try this. You've got 500,000 Lea. You want to come out of it with $225,000. How realistic is it now at a 45 cents price? So we come over here, delete that delete it, put 0.45. It sounded weird. Lea would go to it would have to go to a 450 million market cap. That sounds very doable for me. At a 45 cents, it's upwards of 94x return. Now, when I look at this price, I say to myself, right, I think that's very doable for Lea AI. Actually, I would work towards that. And I'd say to myself, well, if I want to become a millionaire, I'm just going to have to either think about holding more than 500,000 coins or just accept that that's the sort of mark that I should be looking at. And that's when I should seriously be taking profits when I see that, because that seems realistic. This is a powerful chart, guys. And I think it can be used across anything. Look, I've got other coins up. Let's have a look. So let's try this with Bell's coin, which is a meme coin. A meme coin that was created by the founder of Doge, right? I said this to you before. He created it before Dogecoin, which makes it very significant. So let's say you wanted to become I don't know, can I become a millionaire with this? Let's say you had, 10,000 coins? I don't know how much it costs right now. We could go through it. 10,000 coins. Let's go for the 100K mark. I can see it here. You want to make $100,000. You got 10,000 coins. On the left-hand side, it highlights number 31. That's a $10 price. What would Bell's coin need to go to? Let's see if it comes up on the coin perspective. Now, some of these coins might not show over here, because sometimes the coin perspective has, oh, there it is. Sometimes it hasn't updated itself, but for the most part, you might find the coin that you want. For it to go to, let me just do that again, $10 price, you got 10,000 coins. Let's put this $10. How realistic is it? $10 is a 598 million market cap. I think Bells could do that. That's actually quite realistic for me. It's a 54x return. So actually that is a spot on prediction to make $100,000. How much would it cost me then to grab 10,000 Bells right now? So I'll come over here. Let's find Bells. To have 10,000 coins today, it's going to set me back $1,814. Yeah. What if you wanted 20,000? Let's have a look. 20,000 is $3,629. And let me have a look at the 20,000 mark. So 20,000 is here. I want to come out of this with, let's say the same thing again. You want to come out of this with $100,000. It shrinks the price. It only needs to reach a $5 price, right? You can see on the left-hand side, $5 price, which, again, you take this over here, you put $5. What does it need to reach? 299 million market cap. These are realistic targets that you can take with you on your journey. And then you don't have to start guessing and thinking, oh, yeah, it's going to go to, some people say like, because XRP is great. I'll hold XRP. XRP is going to 589. XRP is going to $50 or $20. You know what? I haven't even got XRP up, but we will use it as an example, right? So if you're holding XRP now, because like I said, this works with any coin. Let me search XRP. Many people think XRP will reach $20 this cycle. I've heard people call $20, right? How many do you have in XRP? In the old days, they used to say if you have 20,000 XRP, that's quite life-changing right there. 20,000 XRP, right? We can come down. You want to make $20, so you can look on this side here, number 41, right? It's a $400,000 profit if you had 20,000 XRP. Apparently, that was life-changing. But it's got to go to $20. So let's have a look at this and see how realistic it is. XRP, we searched that. What would it be? $20 price. just like this, $20. It would have to go to a $1.2 trillion market cap. We're talking as higher than what Ethereum is right now, pretty much what Bitcoin's sitting on right now. It would be an 848% pump. Is it possible this cycle? I'm not saying it won't go into the trillions. It very well could go into the trillions in the future, but I don't know if it's possible this cycle. And then you got to say to yourself, are you happy with just an 8x return? Whereas I've showed you other ones that are saying 94x, 92x, 300, 40, 50, 60x. Let's do this. Like, this is Alki, one of my favorite projects. I have a lot of Alki, but let's say, for example, you was able to achieve 500,000 tokens of Alki, right? And you want to become a millionaire right here. It highlights number 23, which is $2 price. For Alki to go to $2, let's have a look on this again. Let's see what market cap it needs to reach. I put $2 in here. Look, delete that. Put $2. It's a $3.5 billion market cap, 109x return. I think that's possible, but people probably wouldn't say that's realistic. So let's go back and do it again. So let me say, what, 1 million tokens? Now it's going to be quite expensive to accumulate that. Let's have a look. Alki. Let me see how much it costs to grab 1 million Alki tokens. 1 second, where's Alki? Coins. So how much would 1 million cost? 1, 2, oh, hold on, no. Might be too far the realm of possibilities. Yeah, that's a bit too much. Hold on. That's too much. I don't want to be unrealistic. Look, 100,000 tokens is 1,822. That's what, actually, no, let me go for like a $2,000 price, something like that. People can reach 109,000. Let's call it, call it 100,000 tokens then. So 100,000 tokens, because I want to be realistic with you guys and work with that market. So I obviously have more money to invest, but let's say you have 100,000 tokens, you invested like $2,000 odd dollars. Realistically, you got to be looking at these numbers down here. You can't be looking at 1 million unless you're prepared to wait a longer time for it to really blossom and bloom. Because look, for it to reach $100,000, for you to make $100,000 profit, it goes to $1 price, which put an Alki at, let's have a look at this, a $1 price, a $1.7 billion market cap, 54x. I think that's doable, personally. I think it's doable. Have a look into Alki, see what it's doing, and you'll understand why I think it's doable. I want to show you one more, Blendr. I've got loads. I had like AI16Z as well, but let's just do Blendr real quick. This one might shock a lot of you because you can get a lot for your money. So Blendr, right? Let's say, again, another $2,000 investment. You would get 21,320, right? Let's just say 20,000 tokens, yeah? $1,877. Look at this. A 20,000 token price for you to make, I don't know, what should we say, $100,000? Blendr has to go to, it's highlighted here, a $5 price, right? Blendr would have to go to a $5 price. Let's have a look at this. The reason this one's fascinating is because it's fallen so much, you can get so much for your money. So 20,000 tokens, it has to go to a $5 price. Right now, it would be a 52x return, and it goes up to a 200 million market cap. Why is it fascinating? Because Blendr's already done this. You know, Blendr at one point was sitting right up here, almost $5. Right there, it says $4. So it just has to go back to its all-time high, and you make that massive return. You turn a $1,800 investment into $100,000. Right there, bang, $100,000 when it goes to a $5 price. So yeah, this was this powerful Excel sheet. It's like a matrix Excel sheet. I'm just calling it, what do I call it up here? The ultimate crypto gains detailed take profit matrix Excel sheet. If you want a copy of this, I'm going to drop it to the patrons today, get it up to them, and then yeah, you guys can have a play about with this. It's powerful. Like I said, I've just tweaked it a bit. So tried to look for the 100K marks on these, tried to look for the $1 million marks on these, and then yeah, it's just easy for you to sort of like, oh, boom, filter through, look left, and see the prices. And obviously, if you ever get to that dream number, 10 million, wow, it comes right down here. You can see where I put them, right? So much different outcomes and different profits and different tokens for different prices and everything. So yeah, guys, Link is in the info section. Click it, come over, become an exclusive VIP member or above. Get my words out, because that's basically the tier that's going to offer this to people. This one here. And it just gives you more. It gives you my Excel sheets. It gives you a load of stuff. You can see when I'm buying, selling, staking it. Oh, AIM, gaming, whatever I'm doing. It just unlocks all the posts. Yeah. And if you can't afford it, the next tier above, which is my CEO tier, gives you access to my VIP Telegram group. It's a powerful network. Do not miss out. Come a part of it. They're sharing great projects all the time in there. Smart investors that understand trends, know when to buy and sell. Yeah, come check it out. Be part of a powerful network. Thanks for watching this. Let me go back to this. Interesting thing here. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Cheers.